Hello, everybody, and welcome to A Bit of Brad. You know, about 6 years after I took a class in stand-up comedy, I started getting calls. I'm talking calls offering me money to do comedy. Very first call was from a guy, and he said to me, "Can you do an Orthodox Hungarian Jewish bungalow community in the Catskills for $400? I would have said no, but he said $400. So I said yes. I said, "How much time do I have to do?" He said, 55 minutes. You can do 55 minutes, right? I had never done 55 minutes. I'd never done anywhere near 55 minutes. I'd never done more than 15. But he said $400. So I said yes. When I walked out on stage that night, there were over 100 people in the room. Judging from the early laughter, made it sound more like there were 12. And as a fledgling comedian, you can only take so much tepid laughter before you start thinking about your options. So here's what happened. At one point, I had an impulse, a very strong impulse. And the impulse was to leave, to end my set after 15 minutes. And it wasn't too long after I had the impulse that I followed it. When I walked off stage, I was confronted by this understandably irate, Zaftig Hungarian woman who said to me, "But you only did 15 minutes. You know what I said? "No, I did 20. Like that was going to make a difference. I've had the great good fortune to work with some very famous comedians. I worked with Joan Rivers for a number of years. In fact, every time I worked with Joan, she always introduced me to the audience as the best comic in his price range. The first time I ever worked with Joan was at a casino in Lake Charles, Louisiana. So right before the show, there was a little ceremony backstage during which the mayor made Joan and I honorary citizens of Lake Charles, Louisiana. So when I walked out on stage, I said to the audience, "I hope you realize that your Jewish population just doubled." Whenever I worked with Joan, always closed with the same joke. A prostitute walks into a stutterer's convention. She sees 3 of them at the bar. She walks over, she sits down, she leans in. She says, "Hey guys, this is your lucky day. Whoever can tell me where they grew up without stuttering, I'll have sex with." So the first guy swivels around on his stool. He says, "Cleveland." She says, "I'm sorry, but you stuttered." Second guy says, "Baltimore." Says, "I'm sorry." Third guy says, "Miami." So they go upstairs, they have sex. And he says to her, "Beach. I love you. Stay well."